Some of the best video games are the ones that star complex and dynamic characters. They're the protagonists that fuel you to keep pushing through even the most difficult of levels, that challenge the way you perceive the ideologies that a game explores, or they're just simply endearing, making players want to dive into a title for hours on end. But unfortunately, not all of our favorite games have the privilege of great writing or thoughtful characterization.
I got Jason. Oh wait, no, where did he go? He was standing right here.
And often we run into individuals who are flat out cringeworthy or laughable. So today we're taking a look at the characters that made you roll your eyes, get super vicious with your mocking, or shout out in frustration with our list of the top 10 video game characters who are a joke.
Jason. Press X for Jason.
At number 10, Roman from GTA 4. While GTA 4 is one of the best games in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, one of its most irritating and memorable aspects was your older cousin Roman, who resides in Liberty City, and owes a whole lot of debt to various mafias. Fun stuff for Nico. His wife is cheating on him, he has a gambling addiction, and he's basically a man-child who just wants to live the American dream. He's also annoying as f and constantly calls you to ask him to go bowling with him, like always.
Bowling, 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 bowling. Let's go bowling, 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 bowling.
And at number 9, the Butler from Tomb Raider 2. Winston the Butler is a character in the Tomb Raider franchise that is most well known for making creepy noises as he follows you around your house, and for the running joke of how everyone would mock him in the freezer. Since he follows you around literally everywhere, inside and outside of the house, you can lead him to follow you to his inevitable frigid death. Now some players have even admitted that they spent more time trying to lure him into the freezer than, playing the rest of the game. Pretty much everyone who would play this game has fond memories of trying to trap Winston, who would make unfortunate grunting noises as he wobbled over to you with his teacups rattling on his little tray. Ah, memories. And at number 8, Slippy from Star Fox 64. Slippy's defining characteristic is that he is a talking frog who gets shot at. That's basically it. He doesn't shut up, he's constantly getting in your line of fire, and you constantly need to save his incompetent ass. He doesn't even have any character traits that make him redeeming, making him simply a character that just gets in your way all of the time. Nobody likes a teammate who sucks.
Here I go! Hey, he was mine! Hey, leave me alone! Hey, nice aircraft, guys!
And at number 7, Dan HIBIKI from Street Fighter. Dan has been labeled as a joke character, and is a bit of a ripoff of Ryu. Dan is generally overconfident and arrogant and totally feeble. He even opened up an unsuccessful school for his fighting style, which translates into strongest style. Oh boy. Perhaps the best way to sum him up is to take a look at how he ended up with his pink threads. Now Dan used to have a white gi, and put his laundry in with Ken's red gi, and guess what? It came out pink, so now he just fights in a pink gi. This is actually canon. Despite all of this, he's often considered a fan favorite, with fans appreciating the fact that he's basically an in-game joke. Guess it's better than being laughed at. And at number 6, MAGIKARP from Pokemon. MAGIKARP is perhaps the most pointless Pokemon in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and arguably other Pokemon titles too. While the annoying splash move is eventually worthwhile when MAGIKARP evolves into Gyarados, you still need to wait a grueling amount of time, and have to have a whole lot of patience until you get it to level 20. Unless you've got a fistful of rare candies, it's not a fun activity to level this fish up. MAGIKARP has been described by critics as serving solely as comic relief, and as possibly the most docile, unassuming, and weak of all the monsters in the Pokemon world. Some people even consider it to be the worst Pokemon ever, but that was probably before they saw all of Generation 4, so yeah. Up next at 5, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem games used to have a special spot in some players' hearts, but recent times haven't been so kind to Duke, and his character has gone from a comedic action hero that delved into themes of anarchy to an obnoxious douchebag, relying on one-liners, immaturity, and objectifying women in a way that provided zero social commentary, or dignity for that matter. Most critics considered his characterization in Duke Nukem Forever as being embarrassing, and as a caricature of his former self. The character now feels dated too, like a sad old man who thinks his jokes are still funny, but really just comes off as a super creep that nobody really wants to hang out with. Try to avoid him all the time. Don't want to cross paths with him at the supermarket, because then it's you have to have an awkward conversation with him and he's just really douchey and creepy, and no, you don't want that.
You can polish my brass anytime.
Bonjour monsieur, qui pour soi à votre service?
And at number 4, Jason from Heavy Rain. Press X to Jason.
It's you that I'm chasing. It's you that I'm chasing. Press X to Jason. Press X to Jason.
Do we really need to say any more?
I don't see Jason is so small. Oh hey, I see a red balloon. Oh no, that's not my kid at all.
Moving on to number 3, Tingle from The Legend of Zelda. It feels as if Tingle was set up to fail. His appearance just screams obnoxious. But what makes it worse is that he's a 35-year-old man who's obsessed with forest fairies and dresses up in a green costume that vaguely resembles Link's main threads. His catchphrase is annoying at best. The character was created by Takaya Imamura, a game designer at Nintendo EAD, and has appeared in the Zelda games from Majora's Mask onwards, typically being a part of tedious fetch quests. Generally, most people can't stand him, and he's even been described as Zelda's Jar Jar. Funny enough, some fans of the Zelda franchise actually like him though, which led to his own spin-off game. So, I don't know how to feel about that. In at number 2, Big the Cat from Sonic. Big the Cat is one of the most pointless video game characters ever. Now for starters, he's big and slow, and he's a character in a video game franchise that's premise is going fast. Big was introduced in Sonic Adventure as a means to make use of a game mechanic that developers wanted to include in the title, a fishing rod. Big would go around and fish for his buddy Froggy in what felt like a mediocre minigame, and worst of all, his character offered nothing redeeming. He's always been portrayed as a bumbling, dumb, fat cat, never exceeding anything more than 2 dimensions personality-wise. Big hasn't been making many appearances in the Sonic franchise these days. Probably a good call on Sega's Sonic Team's part. Hey, at least they've done one thing right. Well, 2, by licensing Sonic Mania, so. And finally, in at number 1, Ashley from Resident Evil 4. Ashley Graham tops this list because she literally makes your gameplay significantly harder than it should be. So Ashley is the daughter of the former US President Graham, and in the game, you're meant to escort her. Lucky you. Problem is, Ashley is real good at getting herself killed. She does nothing whatsoever to defend herself, essentially being as vulnerable as a newborn child minus the fact that she can run around. But even then, she often just runs to her death, which is totally worse. Pretty sure anyone who has played the game just wishes they could have left her in a dumpster for good. Go hide in the dumpster, and then go die there. Ashley is a character that makes you question what purpose she really serves in the game, and contemplate how much better Resident Evil 4 would have been if the devs had just left her out. Or just like let you leave her in a dumpster to rot and die and then, you know, dumpster diving. There we have it, friends. What other characters do you think are total jokes? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know. If you dug this video, spread the love, hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos from Top 10 Gaming. From lists to news to updates to live streams and more. Thanks for watching everybody, I'll catch you all in the next video.